This podcast has strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. You're listening to On the Waterfront with Coach. I'm Marina Hernandez.
Ed Barrera's coach.
And this is our show about life on the waterfront.
I love the waterfront.
So we're interviewing different people on the waterfront, like doing like a member spotlight almost. And then we talk about the different jobs on the waterfront. For example, this episode we had my dad's best friend, Johnny Dileva, on the show. And so what are some of the jobs that he talked? We talked about auto jobs.
Auto job. Then he talked about the work on the coke dock and
The Morton Salt.
the salt job. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all specialty jobs.
Specialty jobs. So when you listen, you're going to find out about how that commodity is loaded and unloaded and the hazards. He talked a lot about injuries.
Oh yeah. The guys that take the jobs on the payloaders, and they got to be experienced guys. You can't just have somebody just come off the street and do that. It takes a knack to run that machine.
Yeah. And you're responsible for other people that are there on the dock working with you. You guys got to watch each other's backs. Like that's a high stress, could be a high stress job.
Right. And then he touched a little bit about the autos,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he's right. It's a big portion of our work right now is having these auto ships come in, and they hire a lot of workers here. When I first got in years ago, the big thing was the banana jobs. It employed a lot of workers, and those jobs are gone. But now we gotta make sure that we take care of these autos and take care of the cars, and don't eat sunflower seeds in there, or don't steal keys, and there's a lot of things that the auto jobs that entail that we have to respect and keep that job.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, he touched on it, and you just did on the key points. Because I think he mentioned there was 150 workers on one of like just on a recent one, so that's 150 jobs that are longshore jobs right now.
Right, and that doesn't include the clerks that we have there, and
Yeah, those were just the people driving the cars off of the ship.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how was your week this week, Dad?
Had a great week. Let me see. What did I do? I worked at the yard, and then I worked with Ernie.
Oh yeah, at the cruise terminal.
Yeah, I worked with Ernie at cruise terminal just recently, and it's funny because it's not funny, but it's a Super Bowl crew, and that's a party. When they go during the Super Bowl, they have a lot of fun, and I'm anxious to go back to when the ship comes back, because a lot of times guys don't make it. Well, when they come back, they're handcuffed.
Yeah, that's an awesome cruise to go on. You're going for that reason to watch the game. Like you're fired up. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool cruise.
Nice. So this week it was really slow. I actually rolled over I worked Monday. So it was the first of the month. So right now it's the 6th. So it's February. It's 2/6/26. Did you know that?
No, 2/6/26.
2/6/26. Yeah. But so I worked on Monday, which was let me see. I don't know, the 2nd. So I worked on Monday the 2nd. So for IDs, the hours, everybody goes back to 0 hours, or I guess for everybody.
Everybody,
your hours go back to 0 hours, and then everybody's at a level playing field for your hours, because that's how you get your job is the low man out. Low man with hours gets the first job. So anyway, so I worked on Monday and Tuesday, which was the 2nd and the 3rd. So I had 16 hours because I worked 8 hours. Well, they didn't have enough jobs for me to work on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled over. So, and then Thursday was the stop work meeting. So I'm supposed to work tonight, but I have a plan. But yeah, so just not enough work right now.
Right. It'll slow down, but it'll pick up.
You think, is it too early for Chinese New Year, or you think it's something else?
Maybe something else. I don't know how the tariffs are affecting us right now, but maybe a combination of tariffs and the Chinese New Year, but it will pick up.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I only work 2 days this week. That's it.
That's it.
I'm gonna have to borrow some money.
Okay, I'll charge you low interest.
Yeah, right. Let me see. Okay, so I wanted to touch on this from the last episode because I talked about getting fired when I got fired at LBCT.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? Because I feel like someone was like, oh, she's not a longshoreman anymore. So what does that mean when you get fired from a job?
Well, when you get fired from a job, it's just that particular job, whatever you did wrong there. The thing when you get fired, if you get fired, you don't want to have a complaint put against you. Sometimes you just get fired with no complaint, which means that you can come back to that particular job the next day. If you get fired with a complaint, you're banned from that facility until it goes to LRC, Labor Relations. But you can still work at other terminals.
Mm-hmm.
So it just affects you with that terminal. Say it was
with that terminal or with that company, because if that company owns other terminals, can you go to those?
With that company.
Okay, so if they own other terminals, you cannot get a job at those other terminals.
That's correct.
So what would because I did not get a complaint. So what would be like a fireable with a complaint, like drugs or alcohol, probably?
Drugs, alcohol, walking off the job,
fights.
Fighting would be one, destroying property, destroying machinery. Just the other day, we were watching this video and this steady top counter driver was putting his machine away. And I guess somebody put the machine top counter backwards in the stall and they ran into it and just destroyed that top counter.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe we'll insert the video so people can see what.
Right, see what actually happened.
See what happened.
Yeah, I just heard about it and that's why I'm just bringing it up now. But there's other things that, fighting and drugs.
Well, that kind of goes with what Ernie said. If something was accidental or if something was intentional. So your boss is there to fight for you if they feel like this, this was really an accident. Something might have been destroyed or whatever it is, but maybe this is not a reason to fire this person with a complaint.
Right. As a foreman, I had a situation where this one guy came and was giving me his ticket to work, and I can smell alcohol. Mm. And I asked him, hey, I can smell the alcohol. And he goes, that was last night. I go, well, it's pretty bad right now, and I'm not going to take your ticket. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, I'm not going to take your ticket. Call a REAP. And it's best interest for me, for you. I cannot have you in the facility when I smell alcohol. I cannot do that. And he called a REAP.
Yeah, for him to say, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What do I mean?
What he was saying is that he needed the job. He needed the money. I go, well, I cannot put you to work in the situation that you're in because I can smell it. Mm-hmm. You're going to put, you're going to put me in a situation I don't want to get into, or you might hurt somebody or hurt yourself. So I suggest, that you just call a replacement. That's it.
There was something similar on a job I was on, and the supercargo said, oh no, this person's drunk when they came back from lunch. Mm-hmm. And so I like the way that they approach it, because she said, like, hey, you don't seem like yourself right now. Like, I know that this is not you. And so it's not like, hey, you have a problem. It's like, you don't seem like yourself right now.
Right. When I tell them to go to lunch, I say, hey, listen, when you guys go to lunch, make sure it's a solid lunch, not a liquid lunch. And they laugh at that one, but that's what I tell them.
Yeah. So we just want to be safe on the job. I mean, there's like Johnny will get into it. There's plenty of ways that things could go sideways and people can get hurt. You don't need to add drugs and alcohol into the mix.
No. When you go on the job and you've been drinking, you're jeopardizing yourself, but you're also jeopardizing your family. They're depending on the income that you're going to bring in, and don't put yourself in that situation, please.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the show. This is a good one. You guys are gonna enjoy Johnny. Everybody knows Johnny Dileva down the waterfront. You know the way he talks, and he doesn't hold anything back, and that's what we want from him. He's an honest person, and he's one of my best friends down there.
Okay, I've got him thrown in. All right.
Johnny Dileva, 7837 is my number. This is my 30th year on the waterfront, and I'm AKA Coach's best friend, man.
That's
One of the
right.
best guys I ever met. So I'm here to enjoy Marina and you, and what a great family, and I'm ready.
Let me just start adding something there that I met Johnny about 15, 16, maybe 17 years ago. And he's one of the best persons that I've ever met. In all due respect to all the foremen, past and present, this guy can do everything. He's done everything on the waterfront. He's mastered everything. And if I was ever in war and everything in a foxhole, I would have Johnny Dileva there with me because I know he would get us out of any predicament. Any predicament. That's
the best coach.
This is one of the best guys on the waterfront.
You're the best coach.
I picture him carrying you out like he's Forrest Gump and you're just Bubba, just like laid down, and he's just carrying you out of war. That's how I picture
Yeah,
it.
he would do that.
I would never fucking leave you, Coach. I'll tell you that.
He
They
would
can
do
fucking eat my brains out. I'll never leave you, dude. I
He
don't
would do
care.
that.
Never. We go down and we go together, Coach.
Right.
Do you remember when you guys met or how? Where was on the
Yeah, Galupo. He was a crane operator with us at NYK. Yeah, I met him through Al Galupo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you and Al were like
We're
best buds.
tight, and I was at Costco at the time, I think, and Al goes, "Hey, come over here in the yard with Coach." And this guy, I'm like, "Who's Coach? Like, who is this guy?" I heard his name all over the waterfront. And I think it was love at first sight, dude. Fucking dude, right away we hit it off,
Yeah,
Coach.
we
It was
should
the
hit it
best, and
How could you not?
dude, I'm telling you, my favorite thing is when he hits me. He hits me in the back. I miss it. I don't know if you ever seen it, but
No, I have not.
he hits me good, like in the back, and he makes it loud. I love it. Dude. It's like a massage. He's the best, man. I love this guy.
You guys have issues.
We do have this. It's our love language. It's good.
So you said 30 years you've been here?
It's my 30th year. Yeah.
How did you get started?
Back to Al Galupo again. This guy's name comes up everywhere. It was 95 when El Nino hit, or 94 maybe, when all the rainy season hit. And it was pouring and pouring and pouring. And I'll never forget a friend of the family, their house was flooding. And they called me to try to stop the water, to open up the drains, divert it. And I called Al, and he came with me, and we were able to save the house or whatever without the water damage. I got a day out. Albert brought me to the casual hall, and I had gotten a day where I put the license in the hat, and Al hadn't gotten a day yet, and he's the one that brought me down there. And that day we were saving that house. He goes, "Dude, I got to get to the casual hall. I don't, I need to." I'm like, "Dude," I go, "You better go." And he got out that night, and if it wasn't, he probably would have stayed with me, and he wouldn't have been a longshoreman. I would have felt like shit. But he, you want to talk about a road dog? That, dude, and then we got our day, and then we were casuals for 23 months, maybe. It was quick.
Oh my.
You could pick days or nights. I mean, the work was insane.
Oh,
We were 7 days a week.
Right.
We got a good year, and we only down there 23 months, I think.
Now,
It was
you and-
insane.
Yeah. Now you and Al were with the fire department. Helped
Yeah.
out. Is that how you met Al also?
Al, we hated each other in grammar school. He went to
It
Mary
always
Star.
starts
Yeah,
like
it was.
that.
It was weird.
Mhm.
He went to Mary Star. I went to Holy Trinity. Good Catholic boys, if you fucking know what I mean. And he had a girlfriend, and I dated her, but it was 7th and 8th grade. It wasn't really a girlfriend. I was like, I don't even hold hands with the bride, but we didn't like each other because of that. And then, right, we were in high school. We started hanging out a little bit. And then I always wanted to be a fireman, and he was already working at the fire department, and he brought me down, and shit, we did it for almost 7 years. I think I had 4,000 or 5,000 hours of ride along with LA City. So it never worked out for me.
Right.
My white boy, but him and Gil Garcia, they got called when we got IDs in 97, and they declined the fire department and went longshoring. And
Wise move.
I mean, wise move for sure, Coach, 100%. I tell them that all the time, and I know they love the fire department. I do too, but this job it's the greatest thing in the whole world.
Absolutely.
So in around 1994, that's when they were picking driver's license
Yeah.
out of hats.
Yeah, and then we got our casual card in 95.
So there was no that's the only way that they did it. There was not a casual list or
There was, I think there was casuals,
Okay.
but there was so much work that you'd walk down there and then you'd get your license, and Joe Bebich was the dispatcher, and you'd throw it in the box, and then he would shake it all up. And then when all that work came, boom, you pulled your number, and dude, I got out. And the funny thing is I'm 7837. I got a real quick story, and I'll let you. My dad was 62 or something. He was an operating engineer, local 12, asphalt and concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And he just retired. And I told him, hey, Dad, why don't you come down there? I'll take you to the casual hall. And my goddamn mother, dude, God bless. She's a strong woman, dude. She's small like you, but she will kick your ass. She's
one tough
She's
woman,
tough
man.
cookie. She stood in back of my truck. I went and picked up my father, and she stood in back. She said, you ain't taking him down there. And I said, I'm going to tell you one time, get off of my truck. I'm going to run you over, and I'll be damned. He got out. And to this day, that lady, at least once a month, you saved her. I mean, my dad's had millions of dollars worth of surgery. I'm telling you right now, he was almost paralyzed a couple years ago.
What?
And because of our benefits in this union, with the most unbelievable, it's unbelievable. That man's alive today because of this union. I'm telling you, that's why I feel so strongly about the benefits, the work ethic. And my mom, she praises this union.
Johnny, how old is your dad? Tell us.
92 years old.
92.
He'll be 93 in October. And
Strong
him and
as a
I,
bull, man.
we just went into a hyperbaric chamber the other day. The guy, he was almost paralyzed. His spinal cord column got pinched with arthritis and stuff. And he lost mobility of his whole left side. So they had a big surgery. Dude, it had to be over $1 million. They went through his nose, into his brain, into the back.
What?
And they cut it all out. They didn't think he was going to make it. I don't think he thought he was going to make it. And now, fucking guy eats, drives.
Yeah.
Oh, was there an ice rally out there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some fuck ice.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a little ice. Yeah.
We're right here in
Yeah.
Wilmington on Avalon Boulevard, and there's a protest going on right
Yeah.
now.
Probably the kids from Banning High School. Last Friday there was.
It looks like there's kids out there. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
so.
But yeah,
So he's 92 years old.
92.
Wow.
Doing strong as heck. Driving, going to the physical therapy. Loves football, basketball, baseball, every sport you can imagine. He lives for it. And
Johnny, did you ever work with your dad down the waterfront?
he was a steady at NYK.
Okay.
He worked for Vince Leonardo on the rails. I don't know if him and I worked at the same job ever. We had to have at least once.
I'm sure.
But he was 8334, his number.
8334.
And I don't want to get into the money and stuff, but
Yeah.
30 years operating engineer, he gets a third of what he got 15 years in this union. That's how great this union is, to give him a pension. And I mean, it drives me nuts that people don't take it for granted. It's the most unbelievable thing. Thank God that we're all enjoying.
Yeah, Johnny,
The
you just
hard work
touched on
of the old people.
Yeah, on the medical and the pension.
It's
We do have
unbelievable.
something very special here at the
They do.
waterfront.
And we went to the pensioners meeting. They have it every Wednesday here at the Memorial Hall. They have like a lunch. There were a lot of people there.
A lot of people.
So there were maybe like 15 tables, 6 to 7 people at each table. Like people are like, they're like, I'm here. I'm still showing up for the union.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great thing. I mean, a lot of people don't enjoy it too much, but like we just have a fallen brother recently, Pat Samudio.
Right. Just passed.
He just passed. What a great man. And there's so many great guys that have passed. It just, I don't know. It drives me nuts. I mean, you got to, this job will let you play and let you work and enjoy your life. And we're all benefiting from this. I mean, it's wonderful. Wonderful. That's all.
You mentioned that your dad thought he wasn't going to make it. Did he have like a serious talk with you?
My dad's a man of few words. He doesn't say a lot. My mom is the bulldog of the family. My dad is like, never mind. He's Ishkidan, which is in Italian, you got the Sicilians that are hard nosed. Then you got the Ishkidans are laid back people. They don't, when my dad was telling me that he was proud of me, fuck, You knew something was going to happen. You know what I mean? And shit. Sorry.
Yeah. But he's here, Johnny. He's here.
That son of a bitch made it.
Yeah.
Stoked for him.
Yeah.
Stoked.
Yeah.
He's a great man, dude.
Yeah.
Great man. So yeah.
Yeah, so he was starting to tell you his last words. And if he doesn't get a chance, you heard him.
He never said that his whole damn life.
Yeah.
Like
He's a special
were you
man.
like, you are?
I'm like, you ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. You stay right here. Don't worry. You could tell me that when you get out. So he powered through. This goddamn guy's a bull, dude. He is a bulldog. You don't quit. We don't quit, dude. That's what we were taught. You don't say that word. We don't say that word.
Johnny, you have 4 brothers, right?
I got 4 other brothers.
4
Yeah.
other brothers.
No sisters?
No.
Oh God.
So we don't know.
What was that like? So where do you fall in that order?
I'm number 2. So
Okay.
yeah, it's got Angelo, me, Vince, Anthony, Michael. So there's 5 of us.
All good boys, man.
Well, your mom had
somewhat.
mom had to be a bulldog. She had no choice.
No, he worked his butt off and she worked her butt off. And I was telling her the other day, my sister-in-law just had a baby. I'm like, how in the hell did you possibly? I'll never forget. You could go in our garage and the piles of clothes, you can run and dive on top of the socks. I mean, the underwear and shit. It would be the mounds.
Yeah.
And that thing would be running 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day, 24 hours. Just darks, whites, this, that, bullshit, uniforms. I mean, we all went to Holy Trinity Mary Star. They put us all through college and they weren't well off. My dad sacrificed, we all have new cars and shit now. The guy drove a 65 Chevy his whole life until he was older and we got him a car and we all pitched in. And my mom, and he didn't even understand, like we put a big bow on it. It was like his 80th birthday. Bought him a Toyota Tacoma. Yeah. And there was a humongous bow on it. It almost covered the whole goddamn car, dude. It was huge. And he walked outside. I have a video of it. He's like, what are you doing? I'm watching the game. I'm watching the game, dude. There's a car right here. He didn't understand it was for him because he was everything was for everybody else, not for him or my mom. Yeah. They went without for all of us. So good people, man. Great. They're good. They're good people.
Really good people.
Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So going back to, as soon as you get picked in your life, because I don't know about this, so you're teaching me something. So as soon as you get picked and you work one shift, then you are in the system.
That was the information we were getting, and it came out. You get 8 hours, and you got a casual card. And then after they stopped that process, all of a sudden we all got like an application thing. We had to go do the agility test and the drug test and the UTR and all that, but. Like my first job was, I'll never forget it. It was out of Harbor 49 at Kaiser at the Coke piles dock. Of Coke dock. It's not there anymore.
Favorite marina, Coke dock.
Piles of it outside.
Yeah. Is it the one by
Long
Beach?
No. This was in San Pedro.
By the fruit dock out there. There was coal out there and the rail cars. Dude, this guy I had an old, I'll never forget. I was like doing the drawdowns. I don't know what the hell I was doing, cleaning shit. And the guy put boots on me. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here, dude? He goes, it was an old mail truck. I'll never forget. You just drive around and if you see, you have to open up the drawdown because underneath they had where the Coke went down underneath. And dude,
like on a conveyor belt?
On a conveyor. It was great, but it was all out in the open. It was dirty as shit. I mean, everything was just filthy. And I was like, fuck, this is longshoring? I love it, man. I mean,
you love that?
Oh, I love getting dirty. Payloader is my favorite job on the whole waterfront.
See you there?
See, that was that one, but in Long Beach was like my last job as a casual. If that had been my first, I would have never gone back. I was like, no, this is not for me.
Yeah. Going down those tunnels and cleaning the conveyor belt. Oh, man, I love that shit.
Oh.
Getting all nasty. It's beautiful.
I'm going to pull up the picture, Dad. You can.
Yeah. No, it was.
And so the harder the job, the better for Johnny.
I like it.
Yeah, he likes it.
I love Joe Bevel. He used to be there at night with man, you want to talk about a working man.
Yeah.
I never forget, he used to be in those teepees out there in the Coke. It's all black and all you see, he was a black guy. Great man.
Oh, yeah.
And all you see is the butt of his cigarette. I'm in the cab with the payload. I'm like, dude, is that him? And he's walking around inside there. Dude, it's black.
Yeah.
You can't see shit. Hey, Dileva, come over here and put the Coke down this drawdown. 10-4, Joe. You might want to get out of the way, dude. Yeah. I only see is the little red of your cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't see shit.
I think he worked here about 80 or maybe 90.
Yeah, he was in 90s, I think.
90 years old when he worked.
He's a good
Joe
man.
Bevel.
It was raining this day. That was one of my last days as a casual. And it was sludge all, like, I guess the coal we have to talk about this because
Oh my God. I love it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love
so
it.
this is me, this little Oompa Loompa right here. And you can see that I'm not as bad as everyone else. They just had me go retrieve this or that.
Who's the next guy?
This is Tim.
Tim is a badass.
I love Tim.
Tim is covered in black.
The
He's
dirtier, the better.
Yeah, damn right.
He is put your head down and you just work.
Get busy.
These three guys are like, just work. And it was raining that day. Yeah, that was crazy. So, okay, let's explain that job because I learned now people have been calling me like, hey, I listened to your show. They're not longshoremen, but they're learning about our industry, right? So do you know
Johnny
about
probably knows a little bit because he drove those payloaders.
There's a lot of different jobs over there.
Yes.
Does the coal come from, because Fernando, also my husband, brings in the train that brings in the coal. So it comes from somewhere.
I don't know if it comes from the I don't know where the coal mine somewhere.
Yeah.
Or actually it's a byproduct of the refineries, a lot of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they bring it on those trucks. You see those Ravage or Savage trucks coming down the freeway with the two truck and pup. And then they go in there and they dump from the bottom or they bring the trains in. So there's different types of coke. There's chunky coke. There's calcine, which is fine. It's all the byproduct of these refineries that when they burn the oil to get gasoline and diesel, this is all the stuff that comes. So it comes back here and then we ship it back to China and they use it for fuel. They burn it for energy and stuff. So we can't do it here because clean environment, all that. Oh, fuck. Well, they don't do shit over there. They burn it. We send it right back and it burns hot, I guess. So it fuels their plants and all that stuff over there.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of crazy. It's like a little, it's a vicious cycle. The chain, it just keeps going around. They send over oil, then we refine it, and then we send back the byproduct, and then it's just.
Yeah,
It's a cycle, yeah.
There's different barns here. There's different
commodities, yeah.
Different commodities.
And there used to be sulfur there too. You don't,
Is that the bright green?
The yellow, it smells like rotten eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there used to be a silo over there. That was a scary one because it was like like a corn silo in like the farms. Well, it was big. Well, not very big, but there was a little payloader that went in there, a little one. Those ones that you see now, they're 988s. They're big. This one was a little one because you couldn't get in the door. So once you went in the door, there was a drawdown in the corner and that yellow stuff was way high. I'm talking 50, 60 feet high and it was sticky. So you would have to get your bucket and go in it and then it would cornice over. So you'd be looking up and you're like, oh shit, when it comes. So what happens, you have to like maybe tamp your bucket or try to get around it. And then when it fell, it would push your loader up. Dude, it would bury you. What? One of my buddies, Steve Bevanetto, he works at Matson. Yeah. It was so much, it broke the window out of almost killed him. Broke the window out of the cab. They have oxygen masks in there and he had to put it on and dig his way out of this. He was all cut up. That was a scary. You go in that silo, you better know what the hell you're doing because there's no way to get out. There's just a little door and you're in this little round thing. You're like, uh-oh. And when that shit comes, it was scary. Very, very scary. But made it. I mean, we're all here. Thank God.
Dangerous job.
Dangerous job over there. Very dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
This is the drawdowns in the payloaders. They push it down into the belt. Then the belt.
The belt's down. So you guys were underneath?
Yes.
We were underneath.
So when you see those drawdowns, it's like a big funnel. It's big at top and then it funnels down. And that's why they pull the drawdowns as far as they're working the pile to get flow. Well, when the drawdown gets clogged, you have to go over it with your tire and roll over the huge circle in the floor and you're driving, boom, and you feel like you're going to go into the floor, but your whole tire goes into this and you got to try to put your bucket down and back yourself out of it to clear the drawdown because it's sticky. It's a little, you got to be, I've seen some big damage over there, big damage.
So that can't be a job that's going to like a casual or someone that doesn't know what they're doing. You have to, I feel like you got to be qualified.
To drive a payloader, I don't know if you have to be qualified now. I think you have to have hours. I think I had it on my card back in the day. Yeah.
But you have to. Imagine just sending someone that doesn't know what they're doing.
With a huge
That's
loader.
A death sentence.
Oh, dude. I've seen guys tear the I-beams down on the teepees. Guy lifted his bucket and ripped the I-beam off the ceiling. Everything shut down. Yeah. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a good job though. I mean, I liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun. I like operating equipment. I like
that was your first job that
over there, but it was just I was just a casual. I was just cleaning the drawdowns. I was a nothing.
And you're like, oh, this is longshoring.
I go, this is longshoring.
All day.
You're going to pay me a couple $100 to do this. I'm fucking in. I'll sleep here on that shit. Yeah. It was great.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I didn't know about that process.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. And then now okay, I wanted to talk to you about the auto jobs because that's where that last time I saw you. I think that's usually where I see you on an autos job. Do you like doing that?
It's good. I mean, it changes it up a little bit. I think I look at a lot of people don't like autos. I never really did them as a casual or ID. We didn't do them. And I think once we got elevated and stuff and we were doing transes, crane, winches, all that other stuff, there was a lot of people that did autos, the guys that I work with now, and they get burned out. So to me, autos are kind of fun. I mean, it's a little game. You see a lot of people, you got to mingle with them. Mm-hmm. But I try to tell all these people now, this autos now, they better watch out. This is the new UTR. Like, we need to save this job. We need to be cautious of this job. We need to do the right thing. We need not to wreck the cars. We had an instance the other day because on my safety speech, no drugs, no weed, no drinking, smoking, vaping, cell phone. Well, now I got to say throw up now because the other day someone threw up in a car and never told anybody and left that car out in the damn thing and they went to process it. And I don't know who has Toyotas here, but it's a total lot. Dude, it's done. Dude, they threw up all over the seat. Dude, they go, now I got to say that. It's just, we need to take care of these jobs. These autos are coming in like crazy.
Oh, they are.
Because we do Toyota, we do Mercedes at 207.
Okay, let's talk about it for people who don't know what the auto. So
Okay.
what is when the auto ship comes in, where's it coming from?
Okay.
What's that operation look like?
You have autos that come from Japan, Toyotas, or the trucks, they come from Mexico. So it's funny, my work wife, her name is Daniela Ariola, one of the hardest working women I've ever seen next to my mother in my life. She is badass. And I'll say it on camera, I don't give a shit. Who wants to know it? That woman will work anybody under the table, period. She got a couple iguanas from the ship. She's like a pet whisperer. She's crazy. But when they come from Mexico, dude, the iguanas are on the ship. They're walking around. Like, she's got 3 of them so far.
What?
Big ones. Iguanas.
I've never seen them, Johnny.
Goddamn right I've seen them.
Well,
she has them as pets at her house now.
What?
Oh, dude, they're crazy. So those trucks come from Mexico. They took the
They're
Tacomas.
immigrants.
Yeah. So, but all the cars that come in, sometimes these ships have 35, 36. We've done one with 4,400 cars, lots. They look like a parking structure. You just drive them off, put them in the lot, they process them, and then they go on train or truck to all the different dealers. And I mean, Toyota is a big, big, big client. They were talking about the other day, hundreds of thousands of cars we take off a year here. Yeah. There's thousands and thousands of jobs. Mm-hmm. The other day I had 105 people driving. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. Dude, look at Maersk used to have UTRs, the top end. They're Dokalofts, they're all gone.
Yeah. All gone.
LBCT's gone. Trapac's gone. We need to keep these autos coming here. They go to Wainimi, they come here, they go to San Diego, but it's a big part of our job. Big part of this union is these autos. And people don't like, they're a bunch of sissies, autos are for idiots and this and that. No. That's what I used to think like that too. And my whole outlook has changed. I mean, I'm not a crazy auto guy. I did them for like a year and a half, and it's a lot of work. It's not as easy as people think. A lot of accidents, a lot of obstacles, a lot of safety issues. Yeah, I got into one the other day. The guy pinched me. I put myself in the bite, which I shouldn't have done, and he couldn't find reverse and came forward and pinned me up against. I had a big bruise on my leg. He pinned me up against the wall. Thank God.
What?
He was a good man, good guy, older gentleman, and he couldn't find reverse. And I stood in front of the car, so he was about this far away from me. And I go, okay, put in reverse, turn your wheel, and back up. Well, he never got in reverse. It was a Mercedes G-Wagon, the big SUV one. Wow. And it's on the steering thing. You have to click it up. Well, he never did it. And boom, and he pinned me up on top of the hood. I'm like, dude.
What?
Yeah, it got me here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you had to do a little thing on it. But Thank God I had a little
How did you,
bruise.
were you like, I'm going to die right now?
I didn't know what, I was kind of freaked out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I knew
Oh my gosh.
it gave me like a serious bone bruise on this thing, but it should have went away. It's all good now. Yeah.
Well,
He would have crashed the car.
Yeah, he would have crashed.
And that's the other thing. You know, these crashes and these accidents, it's a lot of damage. And people think, no big deal. Bullshit. Everything's a big deal.
That's right.
We want to keep these jobs. We want to do the right thing. Do to the best of your ability on every job, no matter what it is. That's all. It's not the hardest job. I tell everyone, you're going to be a valet parker today. You're going to take the car from there. You're going to put it over there.
Right.
That's it.
That's
Make
all.
sure the windows are, it's pretty simple. And you're going to get paid and go to lunch for 2 hours. It's a great job. So
Yeah.
I don't mind doing them.
No. Hey, Johnny, there's not that many stick shifts in the cars.
No.
There's very few. But how do you approach that? If, say, Marina goes to, Johnny, I can't drive stick.
So when on safety speech, I always ask, who can drive? Out of 100 people, you're going to get 20. So I said, hey, when we call somebody on the ship, usually we have 3,300 cars. We probably have 50 stick shifts. San Diego, if you don't drive stick, you're reaping out. They don't allow you to work down there if you can't drive stick. I've been there. Dude, I see people calling their reefs right away. Here, no, we have enough people. So usually people know how to drive stick. Sometimes they say they can drive. Had one about 4 months ago. That's why now when we have a stick shift, we clear the ramp to go up a ramp.
Oh, okay.
Cars stay at the bottom, cars stay at the top. If there's a stick going up that ramp, it goes by itself. Because what happened the other day is they stalled on the ramp, forgot what pedal to push to stop the car, hit the clutch, and that car came straight down and bashed into another and totaled 2 cars.
What?
That's bad. That's bad. So just stuff like that. It's easy stuff. You'd be like, no way.
Yeah.
Way.
Well, I've worked a lot of autos and I've never experienced anything
Crash?
like that.
Yeah.
I haven't crashed. I haven't even seen anyone that has
Oh, yeah,
crashed.
there's
So I've
been
been
so
on good
many.
ones, I guess.
God, there's been so many crashes all the time, dude. All the time.
But I will say, for that person that threw up, I will say you get two things. The van drivers, so you park it. Those van drivers haul ass, and then they're whipping up that thing. Mm-hmm. So you're already just like, if you're car sick at all, don't take that job because you'll get woozy.
Right.
And then when you're kind of waiting there for other people to pull their cars out, it feels like the exhaust, and you must be in it all the time. You got brain damage.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I just laugh, and all these people, it's smoky. Oh, I've been up here all goddamn day, dude.
All day in that.
And my wife has that issue too, because the new car smell, she gets nauseated.
Oh, yes.
So you start getting nauseated at that. But then we tell them, hey, if you get nauseated, take a break for a second and come back. But it's tough because we don't want them to roll in the windows in case it rains outside, but you got to get some fresh air. And people get a little sick, but we tell them slow and steady. It's usually a 5.5 hour job. Usually get off a little early. So it's good if everyone works together as a unit.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Right.
Everyone works together. Shit, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Fuck, it's easy. Very easy.
It gets a little stressful. Now it's nice because they have the push button, but before when they had the keys, it's like, as soon as you get in, you're like opening the glove box, getting the key, putting it in. I got to, push this button for my seat to go forward. Yeah. I'm like, and in the meantime, I'm like, come on, let's go. I'm like, oh my God. So it can be stressful because you're, like you say, you're on your own time. So you don't want to hold anyone back. So you're like trying to hurry. It's
you have some idiots down there that when it was all keys, they would steal the keys. At the end of the shift, the guy would have 15, 20 keys.
Why?
We've had it recently. Guy comes and goes, here's some keys. I'm like, you fucking kept all those keys? We just unloaded 3,500 cars. Fuck. Like shit. When they get in, they're gonna have to keep, dude, it happens a lot.
Right.
It does.
And you say, okay, here's the keys for the cars. We're like, shit. Yeah. Forgot to tell you to leave them in the car.
That's crazy. Or people have dropped their cell phones in there.
You have no idea. You know how many those I've done? Hours and hours and hours and hours of that.
And then you got to just go back and
I go out there and we go out and they try to do I'm not a very computer illiterate. Find my phone. And then they looking around. Okay, it's right there. We don't find it. And then we had someone at the processor take one of the phones. And then a girl had Louis Vuitton glasses. They took them out of the car, and it just compounds into problems and shit. You're like, I don't need this crap, man. But
then we had a tragedy, right, Johnny? Didn't a foreman on an auto job, didn't he fall asleep in the vehicle and they They went to Wainimi and they found him over
Oh,
there.
Dad, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was,
Yeah,
but Dad,
I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he fell asleep or had a heart attack in the car and they found him in Wainimi.
yeah, he went to the next port. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. He
went to the next port.
Yeah, he wasn't from there. He was in a car that wasn't getting unloaded here.
Right.
Went to go knock out for a while and never woke up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago either.
No, I can't
I remember hearing
the
about
gentleman's
that.
name.
Can you imagine that story about you?
God
Just
damn, it's
don't.
crazy. That's why you got to make sure you let people know where you are. Like,
Oh, yeah.
don't hide too much.
Well,
make sure
yeah.
they can find
Is
you.
there a buddy system? Anyone looking out for me?
Well, that's the
Like-
thing. When you come off a ship as a ship boss,
Oh, right.
you better make sure you are accountable for everybody because that's another major thing. I remember we lashed one time, I'll never forget. I was an ID, we were lashing at Matson when they were at C60 over here. Where, well, Matson is now.
Right.
We were lashing. It was a finish, but it was timer. They had to let this thing go. Next thing we know, we're on the ship lashing. The fucking ship is off the dock. We're about to go under the bridge that they just built, but it wasn't. It was the old bridge at the time. We're like, what the hell? Dude, they had to call. Dude, they had to get the tugs and push the goddamn thing back to the dock. We were still working. They didn't know. That happened. That was fucking 28 years ago, 29 years ago.
How many lashers were on there?
Probably like 6 or 8 of us. We're like, what
Who
the?
doesn't account for 6 or 8 lashers?
You know, it happens. I guess you have too many kids or something. I don't know, but it happens. It lost track of us. I'll never forget. I was like, "What? That's crazy."
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool though. It was like, "Hey, we're sailing."
Yeah, you set sail. Oh
all right.
my gosh!
You made
Has
it.
anything like that ever happened? to you?
No, nothing like that.
No, that was good stuff. Yeah.
So what's been like your top fave job that you've done? I know like Al and Drew were saying it's about the people that they like, but if it was, well, maybe even that, like, was there a crew that you liked working with or a time?
I was in gang 105. It doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. It was a Nightside gang. Walker, he was our gang leader. A lot of stories about him, but God rest his soul. But we had a pretty damn good group at night, and we all hung together. Not many arguments. I mean, it was just a good group of dudes that worked. Chris Martinez, Bryce, Gary DeGucci, Al Galupo, Jason Foster. There's just a bunch of dudes that we all hung out and got along. So that was fun. Being in a gang was fun. Rich Rico, he was my partner for a long time.
Okay.
Learned a lot from him. His dad, Nick, good man. He taught us a lot of driving crane. Yeah, drove crane. I mean, I never forget him and I, Rich, we took a crane over at Matson when it was at the island on that hammerhead that was stationary leg. Like you sat in a chair, looked like from Monte's restaurant and shit. But you faced, the cab never went with the crane. So you stood on the crane leg and operated like this, and the beam would go past you and go get a count, and then it would come past you this way, and you operated stationary.
Right.
It was weird, old, but that was fun. I like equipment. That's why I like working right now I'm at 205 over there at the steel dock, and we do excavators, row, steel, coils, autos, fruit, you name it, transformers. I like heavy, and I like working with the men and women. I mean, they got great gangs out there, and I mean, a lot of good people having fun and getting involved with them and working tight with them.
Johnny's driven everything down here.
Pretty much.
He's done pretty much driven
Except
everything
the
down
scrap.
here.
I never drove the mobile on the scrap. I drove the dozer,
Yes.
and I didn't drive the mobile on the iron ore. Those two jobs I haven't driven, but winches, all that. We've driven all that stuff, but it's like my dream when you're a kid, Tonka toys and huge excavators and loaders and dump trucks and you name it, asphalt trucks. I took a picture of my dad when I was taking an asphalt paving machine off so he could see it, rollers, you name it. We do it all. I mean, it's not just one trick ponies on this waterfront. You got to be,
Right.
it's a candy store.
And you don't get trained, like you just show up, and if it's your first time driving something, someone just shows you here's where these gears are, and go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, we had Salt the other day, and Chuck Mallory runs the Salt, good guy, and
So what's that job like? What's the salt?
Salt is it's at 210, I think, right there,
210.
Long Beach 210, and it's hatches full of Morton salt. And what they do is they have a big clamshell that comes down and clams the middle, and there's a bulldozer. They put one in each hatch.
Okay.
So what they do is the clam they don't clam straight down. They clam like almost like tic-tac-toe. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. They make like a big square. So it doesn't get too deep. And the bulldozer is going around the sides, pushing into the middle to fill that void.
Okay.
Well, if you're not experienced, you're going to fall into that. I've seen bulldozers on its side, rip the doors off. The other day we had a guy that was driving, and he didn't have good radio communication with the loader. Because what they do is they do maybe 5 or 6 clams in this hatch. Then they'll let the dozer push. Well, then they'll go to the next hatch, 5 or 6. Then they'll go to the next hatch. And then you have time to clean up and push everything to the middle to get it flat again or mount it up, because it's like a big canyon. So this guy came out with the dozer, and the clam came down, and they didn't see each other, and bam, that clam's huge. It could almost pick that dozer up. Oh, yeah. It hit the dozer, broke the window out of it, and ripped the track, the steel track, like ripped it up like that. Caused a lot of damage, dude. A lot of damage.
The guy was okay though, John?
They were okay, thank God. And yeah, that just happened last week. It's constant. I mean, and you're talking lots of money in damage. One guy tried to push the salt in the clam, and there was $100,000 damage to the clam, the shivs that the ropes go through, the big round. Dude, bent them all up, and they had to redo it. And then all the production stops, and it's a lot of problems. Dude, a lot of problems. And you don't get a lot of people die. They don't get hurt. You know, it's just like, you know, I got 18 staples in my leg from Matson.
What happened?
I was the ID. Al Galoob, we were lashing one night when it was at the Terminal Island Matson. And I don't know if you've been on a match ship. They have those honeycomb plastic grates. They're not metal. They're plastic, but they're thick. It looks like a honeycomb.
Okay.
Well, we were lashing a big black. All of a sudden, I fell straight. It broke, and I fell straight through. And I thought I broke my shin because it was hurting real bad. Well, they picked me up out of this. I kind of held myself on the grating. They picked me up. Remember Bill Collins? That was his name. The guy with the overalls. Yeah. He was there. That was when we had no safety cages. There's no nothing then. So he got me on the weather deck, and he lifted up my leg, and my whole calf was opened up.
Filleted
and it was like a white blubber like you see in a whale. Yeah. It wasn't bleeding that much. It was just big blubber. You could see all the meat in there. I was like, oh shit. So Bill Collins calls for a flat rack, 20-foot flat rack. They came, I go, I can get down the gangway. No, puts on the side of the ship, a flat rack. No sides, no nothing. Right. Get on it. I'm like, fuck. Climbed over the rail. He climbed on with me. I don't know if Galupa was with me or not. And they brought us to the deck on a flat rack, just in the middle of it. And look at these swinging around and shit. Right. We're like, fuck. Right. Now that would never happen nowadays, but it was crazy. That was scarier than getting hurt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that was
just all of a sudden you were just down.
And a piece of metal was sticking up, and it just canopered me.
Oh my
underneath my cover. I pulled my leg out. I was like, what the? This is blood. So 18 staples, 2 weeks. I'm back to work.
I bet you that's what I was going to say.
Oh, losing my fucking mind.
Work in 2 weeks.
I got my fascia done on my house. I had bought a house, and they wouldn't let me come back with stitches. So I redid my fascia board, and then when I stitched it, bam, I got right back. You start pumping, baby.
You know, besides Johnny being a longshoreman, he's a contractor. And he's built houses. Every longshoreman probably on the waterfront at one point had
when you're broke, you're broke. You know, you have to work 2 jobs. But yeah, I slammed nails for over 30 years now. But that was my first love, construction. And that's what I think it helped me on the docks a little bit too. Seeing how things need to be braced. Al Galupo, me, Gil, we always used to go to Wainimi. That's when they used to have mining equipment. They were going to Alaska, the ship, and they would order carpenter with tools. I don't know if you ever seen that on the board. Carpenter with tools. Well,
must have tools.
Oh, okay. Dude, I brought my belt. They gave me a chainsaw and a nail gun, and we would go in this ship, and they were just throwing shit in there. I'm talking mining equipment, like drill rigs, and they're placing it everywhere they could on top of each other. And they would give us 6x6, and we would cut and brace, and stick it so it didn't fly around on the ride up there. And we were there for days and days, because in Wainimi, you can work around the clock. So I remember one time we worked 9 shifts in a row, 8-6-3, 8-6-3, 8-6. By that time, I was like this. I woke up, I was in San Diego. Al Galupo again. That little bastard's coming out of my mouth too much.
Al Galupo.
I woke up in San Diego, dude. And we were working down there. I was like, where the hell are we?
Where are we? How did I get here?
In 10 shifts in a row, dude. It was crazy. It was wild. We were having so much. We was sleeping and brushing our teeth in the back of a Suburban. It was the best. Good times, man.
Oh my.
Yeah.
How old were you think?
I got in when I was 53 now. I think I was 24.
Oh, that's
25.
pretty cool.
So yeah, it was
like in your
we were in our prime. Nothing could hurt us then.
Exactly.
Shit, we were running our checks were fucking this long. And then we went gearing after that. And
what'd you spend your money on at that time?
Houses and divorces. Not just no, I wish I would have done. No, but yeah, no, it was fixing up houses and building. That's
you follow Galupo.
Galupo. Yeah, I got to give him credit. I love you, Al. You fucking son of a bitch. He's been there for a long time. Gil, Galupo, all of them.
Yeah.
They. It's funny how we all ended up there. I was talking about that with my buddies today on a group text. Buddies I went to high school with. We go to Palm Springs every year together. And a thing came up on my Instagram that says, like, how many people still hang out with the people they went to high school with in grammar school? A lot of these guys I went to kindergarten with. Mm-hmm. And we still got that nucleus of friends. And one of their fathers just passed away. We're going to have a funeral next week, and a good guy. And but we're all tight still. It's pretty bitching to have friends. And we're all down here, except one's a lawyer. Big Scott Lane, shout out to you, brother. But every one of them.
Always got to have that friend that's a lawyer.
Oh, definitely. I wish he was a divorce attorney, but he's not. He's a very, very smart man. But yeah, but we all ended up in the same kind of spot. That's why I love this union. I mean, I just love it. You know?
Johnny, how do you compare the workers when you first got in? I know we're going to go to a touchy subject.
Ready for some cuss words?
And the workers now. I mean, I've got my opinion, but I'm sure you have your opinion.
Here's my opinion.
Go ahead, Johnny.
And you could take it and shove it. I don't really care if you don't like me or not. But when we got in, everyone says, I don't want to hear how much time you have down there. Well, you see shit on TV. Oh, I got 20 years. I got 10 years. Well, 30 years to me is a long goddamn time.
Oh, a long time.
We never said boo to anybody. A foreman talked, you shut your damn mouth and you stand there. And whatever he says to do, you're going to damn do it. Mm-hmm. The Bozan brothers, Dean Spittle, the Buffalo, all these heavy hitters, rapid fire, all these guys. Bunk Nelson, Mr. Benedetti. Right. You knew you're going to work hard for those guys because it was like, it was assholes and elbows, but it was just like the respect you had for them. I would have done anything. And the break. Before, you used to have one person. You get in a UTR, you used to line up under the crane in a row. And one person would come, you want a break day? Old timer. And if you said yes, fuck, it's over for you, dude. I didn't have a break for years. I'm not kidding. You said no, and that person went home. You come back the next night, fuck, the same person, going back home again. But you stayed all night. One person on break, that person left, and you didn't take a break at all. You worked all night, you had a lunch. That's right. Hour lunch, and that's it. Nowadays, I love everybody. Trust me, there is some great ass longshoremen out there. But there are some prima donnas that think this job is an easy ticket, I guess. I'm not sure. I wish my mom could do the orientation to become an ID from casual or to become a book, or my work wife, Daniela. Someone who would tell you, like, we are longshoremen. We are laborers. We work. It's not, I'm going to come down there. I'm going to get a free paycheck. And it's like, we're going to go bullshit. You do the best you can with all you got, and we'll never have to worry about a thing. But nowadays, people are crying about everything. This guy got a better break. This guy got a lesser break. The Italians, my dad used to say, you look in your own plate. Don't fucking look what this guy's got. He's got more macaroni and cheese than you do. Shut your mouth and you look right here and you do your job and you watch for everyone's safety, but you do your job the best, and everyone, that's all that you can ask for. And I think we're getting away from that a little bit.
Right.
I see some good signs, but I see some people coming in that are older, that are scared. I mean, I've had women come out to 206, not saying women, I have some badass girls that come out to 206, older women.
Do you mean IDs or
IDs?
IDs, okay.
And there's been some casuals.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to climb down into the hatch, straight down that ladder, probably 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this. They're out, dude. I'm not going. Oh, you're going down there. No, I'm not. Then please call your, like, I just wish there was something more they could show for orientation to show like the different categories, like things you shouldn't go to. Because if you're scared, that's when you get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you have to be a balls to the walls, but you got to be cognizant. You have to be energetic. You got to be ready to jump in and help. Especially if you have people working with you, you always look around, you're like, fuck, is this person gonna be able to help me if I go down?
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many great dudes that are on the cusp of being foreman right now in these gangs that are, I think, I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's one guy, and I know everyone talks about this redneck guy. And I'll say his name and I don't give a shit. There's a lot of them down there. There's Adrian, there's a bunch of people in different gangs, Pete, Mike, all these guys Janina, they all work their ass off and they help people out and they show them how to work fruit. Because there's different ways to work all these different jobs the right way. I've learned a lot from these guys. Like, I'll just give you one instance and I'll shut my mouth real quick, but we were doing these sow ingots. Sow ingots are like, they're pieces of like aluminum. They're square and then they come in like that, but they're stacked. 12 high. They're heavy as shit, maybe a ton each. And we have to dig the hole down to the deck so we can get a lift in there to start. So they they have slings on a big area in the middle. So once you get down to that part, you're down 12 those things high. You're probably 14, 15 feet down in this hole with all this aluminum. And then sometimes you got to climb out with a ladder or something to get out of it. This guy, I never seen nothing like it. He made a fucking staircase out of these ingots. I was like, what are you doing, dude? He took one off of there, two off of there, three off of there. And we fucking walked right at 1, 2, just walked like he made a set of stairs. I go,
nice.
Who would have thought of that? He did. But different ways of rigging things. Mm-hmm. And just because we're in Local 94 now, just because you're a foreman, I listen to it. I try and listen to everyone's opinion. There's someone that knows there's always someone that knows something.
For sure.
Coach been down there 100 years. You listen to what they got to say. There's always someone that's got some viable information, or even if they haven't been there as long as you, because we all talk shit to each other. You're their team member. There's some good people down there that know a lot of expertise in different areas. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with what Ernie was saying about communicating, having the boss communicate upfront what this job is, and having people, because sometimes you work with someone and they're just like, just go do that, or just stay out of the way. And you're like, okay, so you're not really, you don't have all the information, but you need someone to take the time to tell you. However, if you're there for just that one day, imagine they have to tell someone what to do every day. That would really wear on someone. So is that where like the gangs come in? It's like, we work together. We know what we're doing. We don't have to explain anything.
You give them the cliff notes and then you go up there and you let them loose. Sometimes you got to be down there. Sometimes there's specialty cargo. But like I said, that's why I always do this, even on the autos. Easy safety speech. It's a little bit. There's quite a few things, but I tell people, if you're not going to listen to anything, you listen at the end how to start the cars, because there's different types of cars where the ignition is, to put it in park and drive. There's different. Every time we go on the ship, I look at you. You didn't listen, did you? I'm talking half of them. They're fucking jamming the thing. They're breaking the knob. I'm like, it's very simple. So I used to be, I don't know, I used to be a hothead. I mean, I used to get a little stupid. I'm trying not to be, because people don't react to yelling and screaming that much anymore. So I try not to. Sometimes it surpasses me, but other than that, it's good, because it seems like what I found out being a foreman, people gravitate to certain jobs. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you have a spot that you like to go to, but the same people come to all our jobs, and we're like one big family. It's, we have barbecues at Outer Harbor. You got people bringing stuff and we eat together at 205. It's pretty cool. You know everyone by name. It's a pretty bitchin' thing. And that's what's going to work. You're not in a cubicle. fucking picking your nose and wiping your ass and doing by yourself. I like to be with people. I like to be in the mix. It's hard being a foreman sometimes you got to be hands off. You're not supposed to. I've had the BA call on me plenty of times because I like to drive the equipment. I like to help out my brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to. But I mean, it's
sometimes
kind of
you have to.
You have to, but sometimes it's kind of it's fun being with the people. I mean, it's not like you're here. We're all the fucking same. I don't give a shit if you're purple, pink, green, black, yellow. We all bleed red. Everybody. And this whole notion that racism. I tell you what, though, I say it to a lot of people. I think we have the least amount of racism down there. That's what I think.
I agree, John.
I really do. Dude, I have more black friends than I could ever imagine. I love it. And Hispanics, Italians, Croatians, we don't look at, like, I've never had someone think that I was being raised, like, and pull that card with me. Ever. Never. And I don't look at their color. We all bleed red and fuck, you mess up.
Are you a good worker or are you not a good
Period.
worker? That's it.
That's the main thing. You're either a piece of shit, a lame worker, or you're going to bust your ass. And even if you're not doing it right, I've had casuals come out and they bust their ass, these two guys, and they had the best time. We were joking around, having good times, and they picked up on it because sometimes it's repetitive. Fuck, man, they were great. Yeah. I mean, and we ended at the end of the day laughing and scratching, give me your number. And I've had people come up to me that I forget. One guy almost cut his finger off, and we bandaged it about 8 months ago. He goes, "Hey, remember me?" I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck you are, dude." And he goes, "You helped me with my finger. Look, I got it."
I almost lost my finger.
Dude, it was barely hanging on.
What?
Barely. And they put it back on, and he saved it. And that's why our great Fed Edmond coach, your buddy, one of the greatest men I ever met, he called everybody daddy. And I don't know if it was because he didn't know their names, but I just loved it. And it stuck with me, and I call everybody daddy now. And I feel that's Edmund. But sometimes I don't know your fucking name. Yeah, and if you're getting daddy and mommy and dad, that means your name's hard to come by in my head. Right. Just so many people come to you every day. How are you supposed to remember these guys? So,
but you'd think it'd be memorable, someone almost losing their finger.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
have you seen a lot of stuff like that down here?
I've never seen someone die. Knock on wood, thank God. Mm-hmm. But I've seen toes get blown out. We were in the gang, and a guy stepped, one thing you never do on the landing blocks, when you're landing pipe or steel or anything, and you land on landing blocks so the forklift can come in and pick it up. Yeah. Don't you ever step on that landing block. Ever, never. You always get your feet on that ground. This guy stood on the landing block, and that pile shifted, and it smashed. It looked like grapes, like that. His fucking feet were just jacked. I was like, oh shit. Guy got ran over there today. I was at Ida Harbor. Not our guy. He was an expediter, clerk for the produce company. See, they're all electricalists now. That's the other thing. We're all going green, right? So it's all quiet and electrical. This guy was loading the truck. Well, there was a guy standing. He couldn't see him behind the pallet. Uh-huh. He went to go in the truck and knocked this guy over and ran his foot over. And the guy was screaming. So the guy stopped. Thank God, he would have ran him right over. Uh-huh. And I was driving I was the dock boss there. I pulled up on him. He was on the ground screaming. So I asked anybody to call 911. That's the thing. People need to, when the emergency is, you got to react. You got to. Yeah. So I got on, called 911. I assessed the guy. I want to make sure I felt both. So you feel to make sure everything is symmetrical. Well, when I got to his foot,
it wasn't symmetrical.
He had Nikes on. He didn't have no steel toe. I mean, I just want to, his foot was really loose, his shoe. I got to pull it off, see, fuck, that thing looked like Mount St. Helens. I mean, it was jacked. It was all broken up. I mean, so he had to go away. He had to go to the hospital, but you just never know. Like, stupid thing like that. You just clerk and check it. Boom, you're done. Fingers, the straps from the coils, those bands, those metal bands. When you cut those bands, dude, this guy cut his knee looked like a smiley face. All the way across, blood pouring out all over the place. Yeah. Eddie, our clerk, he had not that long ago. Thank God, he's a great man too. He he's diabetic, so he would low sugar. Is that? I don't know. Yeah,
low sugar.
Well, he was driving his truck. Well, he fucking passed out. foot's on the gas in his Toyota pickup at our dock, head on with a fucking light pole. The light pole won. When I got to him, fuck, I never seen that. His head, it was the weirdest thing. There's blood everywhere, but his top of his head, the blood was going.
What?
I was
with
like,
his heartbeat?
Yeah, it was the
spurting
craziest
his
thing. I was like, holy shit. Called for the first aid. We wrapped him up good, tried to stop the bleeding, triaged him. Paramedics took him away, and he's back at work killing it. He's the best, man. He's all gay. But you just, dude, stupid stuff like that, you never know when it's going to come to your way. You never know.
And then as a foreman, you're there to, you have to.
You got to do first aid. I mean, I was an EMT for many years.
Okay.
So I know a little bit to get me in trouble, but you better, like this AED thing. Look at Joe Moreno, who to him, and Mike Ponce.
Yeah.
They saved that guy at NYK, what, 3 months ago?
3 months ago,
What
right?
is that?
Guy had a fucking heart attack right on the highway. Signal person. Boom. No heartbeat. He's out. Dead. They fucking rolled up on him. That class that we go to, pulled the AED out, put it on him, did everything he did. That he's alive and out of the hospital kicking.
Yeah.
They saved his life. That's serious power right there, dude. That's crazy shit.
And that's what we didn't get a chance to talk about that, but that's what you wanted to bring up before, that they put those machines on every crane now.
Yes, they put them on every crane. Now.
Every deck of the autos they are now, every crane leg they're on now, every platform.
Yes.
On our ships, they're at the bottom of the gangway on our general ships and at the top. So we can, if you have to work on the ship or you work on the dock, they're right there. That's a big thing now.
It's like those paddles.
But it's not paddles anymore. What it is before they used to have those little round things. You used to put them all over you. Well, now it's just two pads. Stick one and one over here,
Okay.
and you push the machine, and it'll tell you what to do. If the guy still has a heartbeat, you don't do it. It says stand by. Then it says, okay, ready to shock. Everyone needs to get away, because if you touch them, you're going down with it. And then boom, it'll shock them. It does it itself, and then tries to get a rhythm going with the pulse and the blood pressure. Dude, it's crazy what they got now. And they saved that guy's life the other day. That's a full-blown save. I mean, that's the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh. You go to that class probably of like, this is how to operate it. And you're just like, okay. And then
That's the thing. People take it for granted. Don't take anything for granted down here. Got to pay fucking attention, dude.
Right.
Pay attention to everything.
man, that's so crazy. Okay. So last thing. So we thought about asking everybody some questions. I forgot the questions. That's why I'm hesitating.
Sorry.
What were the questions? What was your most memorable day on the job?
Oof.
I know there's so, I mean,
many
you
of
already
them.
listed like a slew of
Yeah,
them.
there was so much shit we've done. My most memorable day. Fuck, it's probably not the best for someone else, but it was funny as shit for me. One of the most memorable days when we got elevated to A book. And Alga Lupo, they told us a week before. Fuck, it was, I'll never forget, it was Christopher Columbus, it was Columbus Day. And we were in the Memorial Hall, and they said, a week before, they said, get your license and your PMA card, get it out, put it on your counter in a plastic bag so you don't lose it. You're going to need it that day. This fucking guy. So I got mine. Me and him live together. We go there. Okay, pull your shit out. Pull mine. He starts doing this shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He don't have it. He doesn't have his license or PMA card. He guys to go to the DMV, they're closed. So the joke today is, so when we got home, he still doesn't believe me, but we found his card in between his seat of his car. It was the seat and the bench. It was wedged in between.
Oh my.
And he lost 100 numbers. So he was supposed to be 77, 75. He is now 78, 75. So I got a better number than him, so he can
You
kiss
more
my ass.
seniority.
Al, you can kiss my ass. I got more seniority than you, little prick. So he had to wait. I felt bad for him. It was funny. Now we could talk about it, but he's been a foreman for 20 years. He held me back 12, so he can kiss my ass on that too. So
The stress that
The
he must
stre-
have
oh,
felt.
he
like,
was losing it. And he's the one that helped us all get in.
oh.
And for him to like,
Yeah. Be delayed a little
shit,
bit.
dude, it was great. That was a memorable day, but just every day's something, you know
Something
what I mean?
different.
Laughing and having fun and being excited to go to the job. I think it used to be more exciting, but like if I know the people that are coming, I always text people, my work wife, hey, you coming out? Make sure that certain people come to the job so we know that, it's going to get done properly and stuff. So it's good.
What do you mean it used to be more exciting? Or yeah,
It makes it more, because you didn't have so much drama. There was no, how do I say this? Ass kissing. There was no crybabies. And I'm not saying everyone's got their own way of doing things, but back then it was just, you're coming to work. We're all the same. No one's getting a better break. No one's trying to maneuver for something better than what you're going to get. We all were the same. And that's what we need to get back to. Like, dude, we're a family down there. And thank God, I told someone the other day, the only thing we got really, and I've witnessed it, I don't know how many contracts I've been through, not as many as your father when Jesus was in, but no one has ever crossed that goddamn picket line. And that in itself makes me sleep at night. Because, dude, none of us down here are ever going to cross that fucking line.
Never.
We're family through and through, blood in, but call what you want. That to me is the only thing that's saving us. We need to get back to respecting the job, respecting each other. Like this whole 13-2. I mean, there's workplace issues, but I think people are a little softer now. I'm just going to say it. They're softer and they need to get a little stronger backbone. And not everything is derogatory if you say something. Not everything is a put down. Like sometimes, like I even talked to my kid. I try to fire him up a little bit, put some life into his ass. Like, just go. Sometimes they take it a different way. Like, you're yelling at me. No, motherfucker, I'm getting amped up. You got to get fired up to do the job and do it right and do it to the best of your ability. That's all. I mean, I just wish we would all stop bickering at each other and just, I want what's best for you. I want what's best for you. We bust each other's balls, but at the end of the day, dude, I wouldn't have it any other way,
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
So who has positively influenced you here at the docks?
A lot of people. My dad helped me a lot. I mean, just the way his mannerism, and everyone loved my dad. Mm-hmm. And I've had, not enemies, but I mean, I've had arguments, little altercations, nothing crazy, but, and he was very calm and everyone loved him. And I was like, I want people to like me too. So you take on some mannerisms that you got to have verbal judo. I'll never forget this verbal judo. I can't talk to Marina the way I talk to Coach, the way I talk to Buddy. They're different. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand, you got to wrap them up. The judo is the way I talk to you, different things. Like Coach and I, we banter with each other. I would never do that to you. Talk bad to you like that. But, and the other person is my wife. I mean, that girl, dude, I mean, I met her down here. Her dad passed away, pancreatic cancer. I sometimes say, he left this world so I can come into her life because he would have never, ever let me into their life. Yeah. I'm 18 years older than her, so it's a little bit of an age difference.
Was he down here too?
Yeah, he was a mechanic at NYK, a reefer mechanic, and she was a superintendent there.
Okay.
And when I worked for Coach, and she had a boyfriend, but after I got divorced and I moved into her mom's back house, and she started coming around months later, and we kind of started dating, and she's my best friend. And like Coaches, I mean, this girl she's influenced me down there because sometimes I'll go home and I want to blow some steam off, is what I'm saying. And she'll, hey, dude,
it's not that serious.
But she'll come home and say, hey, do you need half an hour to yourself? And she's 35. She's way beyond her years in mental. And I'm like, fuck, you get it. Like, she gets it. So, and she calms me down. She comes to the job, we'll have fun, and people like her, and she's very easy, even keel. I'm trying to get her a little bit more backbone because sometimes I have to walk over her. You gotta have some thick skin down there.
Oh yeah,
especially in the environment. I mean, everyone's looking and blah blah blah. But shit, this guy. I mean, I've been around him at least 15 years now, Coach.
15 years. Yeah.
He helped me a lot. I mean, counseled me, listened to all my bullshit. I mean, I've had more baggage than anybody I know, and for you to stay with me and treat me like I'm one of your kids.
You're my best friend, Johnny.
I respect you, dude. Big time, Coach. A lot of love for you, brother. A lot of love, man.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you.
It's kind of weird how that happens, but you never.
Dad, how old are you?
73.
73.
Friends with a 73-year-old
November 20th.
20th. There you go.
Do you know Johnny's birthday?
No.
Guess.
St. Joseph's Day, goddammit. I'm a good Catholic. Can you tell?
March
19th, Coach.
19th, yeah.
Look, that's why I was a
There
carpenter.
you go.
Yeah.
Remember that, Dad.
But November 20th, dude, this guy took us, we've had dinners at CNO. I mean, it's just, we got a good group.
Yeah.
And it's because of him. He's the ringleader. And we,
Is he?
The first time I
he's
got...
the eldest member. Oh, can I say one more thing before you talk?
Yeah.
Every fucking, excuse my language again. You know, I cuss, I get all fired up. Every day I go to work and I put my fucking hard hat on, it's his. He gave me my hard hat at 4844 right here. And I wear that son of a bitch every day. Every day. And I think of you every day I put it on, I look, make sure I got it. And you know how many people want to steal it from me? They love that hat. Because it's a silver one. It's the old
silver one.
It's a super light.
It's an old
And dude, every day you're with me every day, Coach. That's all I could say.
Oh,
dude.
Dad, that's really special.
No, it's
I didn't
special.
know
It's
that.
very. I will never, ever, ever get rid of that. That fucker's going to my grave with me. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I love that.
No.
Okay, so I have a last question for you, but I'm going to play this because we've been talking about Al and all that. It's not, there's no one yelling in it.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you probably already heard it, but I'm going to play it again. Did you grow up with those guys?
I did not. That's crazy. You know, we met down here, and we just the relationship built from.
We're going to have his best friend on the program, too. Johnny Dileva.
Love me some Johnny Dileva. He's so good.
Yeah,
Piece of shit.
he's one of a kind.
Oh my gosh.
I was telling Marina, if I was at war and I had to choose one guy to be in the Foxhole with me,
There
that
it
would
is.
be the guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would agree.
You can't outwork that guy.
Sure.
You cannot outwork
You
him.
can't outwork
He'll get you out of any predicament.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
And he'll have a good attitude about
Oh,
it.
for sure.
Make
You might hear
laugh.
about it a little bit.
Have some laughs too.
Yeah.
Lots of
He's good.
laughs.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having Johnny come.
Say,
Yeah,
be
that's
fun.
pretty cool. Okay, so Drew, Al, my dad. Who would you hire? Who would you fire? Who would you throw into the harbor?
fuck.
That's a tough question you gave him right now.
I'm thinking.
Well, fuck. Shit.
Don't, because I'm standing in front of you.
No, Coach, I know, but everyone's got multiple things. Like, I'd fire you, but I want to be in the fire with you. Like I want you with me. Galupo, dude, great guy, fucking leader. I might fire him sometimes. He's one of my boys.
Fire Al. Okay.
I might fire Al, but he's a hell of a worker too, but I'd fire him just to fuck with him. Sorry.
Okay, fire Al.
So what's the next one?
Hire and
Hire.
throw into the harbor.
Hire and throw into the harbor? Well, Coach knows the harbor the best. And he's the oldest. So I'm throwing his ass overboard. I love him to death. He's got more knowledge, so he's already spent it on us. So, okay, you're going overboard. I'd probably hire Drew. Drew is a smart son of a bitch. Yeah. Dude, he's an up-and-coming guy. He's going to be at the top. But I think what I would do, I'd fire myself before I fired Al. I'd fucking jump in the water before I fucking let him go in the water. Drew, he'd have to go because I'm not smart enough to be the upper echelon. So I'll live that. But I would take a bullet for any of those fucking dudes. That's for sure. And that's a tough question, man. You don't want to piss somebody off, but I wouldn't want to be without any of them. I'll tell you that. I want to be with all three of those dudes. And there's a lot more to go around too. There's a lot more guys that we don't mention, but there's some badass dudes now.
Thank you for listening to On the Waterfront with Coach.
And for more content, you can follow us on our Instagram page, On the Waterfront Pod, and you can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
We'd appreciate if you subscribe and follow.
And thank you lastly to our partners at the Arts and Cultural Alliance for letting us use their beautiful building.
Thank you, Uncle Harry.